the goof up that happened in the first batch, because there was some issue with the mapping of the IDs. That's why I was not able to display the proctor front. So now this training is for proctoring. If cleared by you all after this training and an assessment that is specifically designed for the proctors, I will be taking the assessment, and then if those who are certified, then they will be given a running project where they will act as the Wheebox certified proctors. So what is proctoring? Proctoring is basically online invigilation that is there, where you have to be there and invigilate the students, be vigilant throughout the duration of the examination, and ensure that the students do not face any issue, and if they face any issue, they know whom to reach out to. And also, if a student is indulging in any malpractice, a proctor has to ensure that they behave and they are not breaking the decorum of the examination. So online proctoring helps you in a way because there are certain functions which are available, and on a specific screen on the proctor dashboard you can monitor the students, check their live stream and check their surroundings without getting up from your chair. Like in a physical examination classroom, the invigilators are continuously roaming around in the complete classroom. The only thing that is good about remote proctoring is that your techniques of proctoring gets chiseled, get polished, and from one specific place you are proctoring close to 25 to 30 students. So on an average in Wheebox, when we are aligning the Wheebox proctors, so the number of students that they invigilate or proctor is not more than 25 to 30. So the number would stay between these two numbers. Okay, so because it is scientifically we have checked that it is easier and this number is manageable for a proctor to keep a vigilant eye on the students. So as for proctoring, there are certain do's and don'ts. Proctoring is not to be done on a mobile phone. It is mandatory for the proctors who are certified by Wheebox to have a laptop or a desktop with a proper internet connection. Wi-Fi is preferred, or even if they have a hotspot, it should have the range that can that can suffice for say 3 years of exam or 4 hours of examination, depending on the request. The second is that a laptop and desktop should have, it is preferred to have a camera and a microphone enabled, because there are certain functionalities where you may need you may require a microphone, and at times the client also wants us, the proctors, to have a camera, a working camera to be there. So it is important because as a supervisor, we can also keep a vigilant eye on the proctors, whether they are sitting in front of the chair and monitoring, or they have just logged in and moved out. Because I can check if there is no movement on the proctor screen, I can definitely check it whether they are active or inactive. Okay, so proctoring is a very patient task. It's a patient work that is involved, a job it is required, where you have the capability or you have the inclination to sit at a place for close to 2 to 3 hours, and you should not consider this opportunity as just sitting at place and I just have to look at a screen and do nothing. No, a lot has to be done. And it is very important for my proctors to be attentive, because any mistake or any escalation from the client end could lead to discontinuation from the services and also scrapping of the Wheebox certificate. Okay, so this is very important. As proctors, you have to maintain the decorum of anybody who has kept on its audio, please switch off your audio. Proctors are not supposed to send any derogatory remarks to the students via chat. They are not supposed to ask for phone number. They are not supposed to pass on any comments to a girl or a boy, whosoever. They are not supposed to reach out to the candidates irrespective, other than the examination that is going on. No details have to be asked by the proctor unless we guide you to do so. You are not going to keep up any information of the students with you and reach out to the student post the examination. It is absolutely non-acceptable by Wheebox, and legal action could be taken against the people who are involved with Wheebox as a proctor. You will be you are required to sign an NDA before, once you are certified, you are supposed to sign an NDA. It is required. So these are the do's and don'ts of proctoring. Okay, now coming back to how this complete process works. As we saw, proctors have to log in before the student logs in. It is very important that the proctor is actually logged in before the student, because it's the same as a case when you are going to your classroom and the teachers are already present there for you to welcome you. So this is very important. And a proctor has to, and there's another reason why a proctor is required to log in. So if they face any technical difficulty, that they are not having the backup is not there, light is gone, power is not working, Wi-Fi count off, anything is there, then maybe the team can arrange for any other proctor or a backup proctor. So that time is very crucial for us to know that how, whether all my proctors are, just hold on. Saurabh, I'm in a training, I'll talk to you later, please. Thank you. Okay, so now I am sharing my screen. Any queries? Alright. So now the student has already logged in and the student is taking the examination. I have logged in as the proctor, and this is my screen, this is the dashboard. This whole thing is called the proctor dashboard. We can see the number of online users as 1. So this count could go as high as 28 or 30. And students have a login window. So don't expect that all the students at the strike of 10, all the students will just appear on your screen. They take time. They take time to appear on your screen depending on the time that they are logging in into the system. Okay, so this is very important. So you have to be patient, like the student, there is a time, like for example, the exam starts at 10. So the students have a window open till 10:30 to log in. Unlike offline examination where there was a specific time to enter the classroom or enter the school, it does not apply to the online examination, because we are also giving a benefit of doubt of some technical difficulty that the student might face. So once the student is in front of me, I have to keep on proctoring. So what are the things that I have to take care of? So this is the number of online users that will be displayed here, online user. The demo ID of the student would be displayed here. And these are small thumbnails. So you can imagine I will have these such small thumbnails to the count of 25. Okay, so these thumbnails would be available on my screen. So now, how do I check? So now with this thumbnail, what all you can do? First, this ID on top, which I just highlighted, is called the student ID. Okay, this is the unique identification mark for us, for Wheebox, to know what is the student name and other details, which exam he or she is writing, what is the timing, and what is the duration of the examination. Okay, this is with you. But once you have passed on and I'm giving you a project, then we will be sharing these details with you also, because there is a separate report that has to be filled for any malpractices that a proctor notices for a specific student. So we share the details with you for the program name, the examination, the subject name. We do share all these details with you. So now this is the demo ID. As I said, this is the time of examination, the complete duration of the examination. This number in the small circle is the number of warnings. As this is an AI supported examination where we have AI that is keeping an eye on the student with respect to their movements from the test screen. Like if they are moving a lot, then a lot of warning would be given by the system. So as you can see, this image of the student changes every 30 seconds. Okay, so this image will change every 30 seconds. because every 30 seconds it's just like, the orbiting of the moon is orbiting around the earth. So it takes 30 seconds for the AI to again capture the image of the student. So how will I go check the live of the student? I will simply click on this ID, the image of the student, and the ticket of the candidate will open. Okay, so once the ticket will open, as you can see, still the image is not moving. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? I have to, you see these three buttons there, live feed, pause test and terminate. I do not have to use at any point of time these two buttons, pause test and terminate. Do not think that you are proctoring the examination so you can completely misuse your authority. No, you cannot, because authority comes with a lot of responsibilities. If I see that a student has been paused for a long time and he or she calls on our support number, I'll immediately get to know, and I'll immediately ask you on the WhatsApp group that what is it, what was the reason that you paused the student without informing me. Okay? Alright, so this is how we can just check, and I can also, I'm not unmuting this because my voice is going to echo because we are connected through Google Meet. But when you are checking the live of the student, kindly do unmute it to listen to the audio of the students. Okay, here one thing you have to note, then when you are checking the live, the student cannot see you. The student cannot listen to you, but you can listen to the student. You can monitor their body movement. You can even get to know whether they are cheating or not. So proctoring is a lot about observing. I don't know how many of you have actually done proctoring, or you are qualified enough to do proctoring, or you are just college students who are into this role. But it is, for us, observing is very important. Okay, this is the most important thing. Eye movements are there. I have been a teacher for 12 years. So eye movements have to be checked. How the body language is there, this needs to be checked. Nothing works on your, intuition. You may have intuition about that he or she is changing, but that needs to be verified by you yourself. Nobody else is going to verify it for you. So this is the live feed. I can check the live feed. Another thing, I don't know why your ID is being okay. So here you also have to check the credentials. Here I clicked both my face. So what you have to do, you have to check the photo of the student and you have to verify it with the name that is displayed on the admit card. Usually in the second box, the students are uploading their admit card, which carries their phone, the photograph and their bits, the ID, which would be displayed here, which I have just highlighted. So you have to match this photo with this photo, the name here with this name. It is very important. And I will also show you the sequence of messages that has to be shared with the student. So I will be telling you this. So now I go back to the main dashboard. So this is my dashboard. If I click on this, I can send the, now if I want to send a message, like in this online class, only one student is there. So, but still, let me show you this red bell icon. What does it mean? So if there are around 10:40, for example, all the students have come in your classroom. So the classroom is full, but around 10:20 also many a time the students would be there. So what will you do? You will send a message Now, like this student has gone yellow. What does that mean? Yellow means the student is inactive. See what will happen if I click on yellow. The candidate is not active in the test. That means the candidate got disconnected from our window. The candidate got disconnected from our window. Okay. Oh, now he is green. So now you have to click. So now with this icon, so first message, now I want to show you, there are certain standard text messages. So this is the message, first message that has to be filled is this message, the verification test has to be sent. Okay, so I will take this verification message and I will put it here. Okay, the student will be typing to this message of mine. A student, you don't have to count it. We will take it as a yes. Okay, and then we will not bug that. We will wait for the other timeline to send the next message. So the person who has logged in, please write in the chat. Okay, okay, very good. So now see. How will the proctor get to know the student has sent the message? Did you see on the left hand side a yellow strip is visible? Can you see this? That means a student has sent us a message. So please proctors notice there is not going to be any bell there. There is not going to be any notification pop up. It will just pop up on the left hand side of your screen, a yellow strip. So when I will click on this, okay madam, I had logged in with my ID only. Alright. So I will just, I may reply to it, I may not reply to it. So there is another way of replying to a text. Either where you see that yellow strip, you click on that, that person's chat window will open without the live streaming. Second. Just hold on 1 second. Hello? Hello? हेलो कौन बोल रहा है? मिशन से नंबर, किस मिशन से? हाँ जी बता। हाँ तो मोरे जी मुझसे प्लीज थोड़ी देर में मैं आपको कॉल करूं, मैं अभी एक्चुअली ट्रेनिंग में थी, मैं आपको थोड़ी देर में कॉल करूं? ठीक है ठीक है, थैंक यू मोरे जी, थैंक यू। Okay, so what did I tell you? We can either check the chat message from the left hand side when it pops up. If there is no chat message, I can click on the live feed and I can also reply from here. So these are two ways of replying to a message sent by the student. Now when I will now what else we can do with this screen? I showed you the yellow one. Now I want you to please cover the camera. This screen will take 3 colors. One is green, that means as per AI the student is sitting properly, and maybe every time the AI is orbiting the student, he or she is sitting in the correct position. Okay, so it is not turning green. The AI warnings, you can see this is candidate activity log, which will show you what time the student logged in and what is, because as I said, every 30 seconds this will keep on changing. So this is the log of the student, how he or she is sitting in front of the camera. So no front face found is the most common AI warning. As we can see, he was just scratching or maybe just rubbing his keeping his, settling his hair. So no front face found. So as per AI, what is the meaning of front face? It means the top of your head, your eyes, your ears, and your complete, your chin. It should be visible. So every time if there is a hand, if your head is tilted or it's a profile, it's going to give a no front face found warning. Okay, so there is nothing to be worried about. It's all right. It doesn't mean that the student is cheating. What you have to do? You have to stick to the live. Check the student for a minute minimum and see if there is something that is catching your attention. Maybe that could mean that the student is indulging in any sort of misconduct, maybe cheating, maybe 2 or 3 students from the same institute are sitting together and writing the paper. See, all these things come with experience. But if you have zero experience, it will take a lot of time for you to understand the importance of proctoring. We are not offering proctoring just to have another source of business. It's not a separate line of business for us. It's a value added services that we are giving to the clients, because we are not serving any Nukkarwala institute. We have renowned A-listed universities whom we are catering to. And these are, the client is God for us. So if any escalation pertaining to proctors come, then please believe me, I am a very strict taskmaster. I am very strict. If you have any confusion, you can ask me 10 times. But even after asking me with the 10th time, 11th time, you do the same thing, I will not spare you. I am being very, very upfront. I am being very upfront. Okay? So I hope it's clear. What have I told? Okay, who will tell me what this red bell icon is used for? Who will tell me what is the usage of this red bell icon? Anyone?
Group common messages.
Please come again.
Send common bulk messages.
To give the messages to the candidate. To give the message to the candidate.
Okay. So using the red bell icon, can I send message to all the students or one student at a time?
All the students. Group notification. All the students.
Very good, very good guys, very good. So red bell icon is used. Go on mute, please. Go on mute, guys. So red bell icon, as you all correctly said, it is used to send a message or a group announcement to all the students or at one time. But now, if a function is there, it comes with pros and cons. Okay. For example, there are supposed to be 28 students. Now, this is a scenario which I am telling you. So, I am evaluating you as I am giving you the training. Okay. So, consider this scenario. There are 28 students. By exam started at 10 o'clock in the morning and it's 10:20. And the time to send the group announcement message or the welcome message, as we say, like I will show you. Okay. These are the text. So, this is the standard text that we have to send. This is the text I have to send, and I am sending this at 10:15. Okay, I am sending this message at 10:15. Now after sending, say this message reached 25 students, and at 10:25 3 more students added to my kitty. From the same lot, 3 students who were not logged in on time, they logged in at 10:25. So for the remaining students, what should I do? Should I use the bell icon again or should I send individual messages? Anyone can answer.
Individual messages.
Very good. Why?
If we use that option, again the message will go to all the persons.
Yes. So a student who has already received the message at 10:15, he or she will again receive it, and it will do what? It will disturb the student. And it is going to disturb
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So, if a student joins late, then if a message that was supposed to be sent as a group announcement, you will send it as an individual message. Alright? Perfect. So, if a student is in the yellow zone, if a student is in a yellow zone, what does that mean?
He disconnects from the call.
Not active in.
Network is not there.
The student is not in active state.
Very good.
He is not.
Very good. Yes, that means he or she must have faced some internet disconnectivity. Maybe the power must have went off, or something must have happened which technically disconnected that student to the exam window.
He's not in active, ma'am. The telecolor shows that a symbol of.
Uh-huh.
The telecolor indicates the person is not in active, ma'am.
Yes, it's not active. The yellow means the student is not active. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Perfect. And now I would request the person who is sitting there, Vamsi, ask the student who is logged in to cover, once he or she is active in the green zone, to cover the camera for 1 minute. I want to show how the color changes to red.
Okay. Ratan, please cover your camera.
Cover your camera for, once you are in active, you are in green zone, cover your camera for good 1 minute. Cover the camera. Keep on covering, keep on covering.
Ratan, did you cover your camera?
Yes, he did. Ratan said. So now you can see, now this student, I can see that he or she's image is gone. So I will immediately, now you understand how important it is the work of a proctor, because a proctor has to continuously look at the images, that whether are there any red images. So immediately I'll go to the live and keep your hand there, okay? Keep your hand there. Keep your hand, cover it. So I will say, kindly remove any obstacle. It's not active. See, the student went inactive. Ratan, check your internet, huh? No worries. No issues. This happens. Many a time this will also happen in the actual examination, where while you are typing the message, the student will disappear. So this is something which actually happens in the examination. So you have to immediately write the message, kindly do not cover the camera. So now what will happen if the student is not listening to you? Now how are you going to get the attention of the student? I will tell writer, your face is not visible clearly. So what did I do? Even I wrote a message, I typed a message, and I also from these templates. So we have good 20 to 30 templates already available for your help, where you can check this, you can send those messages, okay? You can send the messages to the student. So this is going to happen. This is a normal scenario which will happen. And the students are going to go active, inactive, red zone, green zone, they are going to go. So these are the kind of scenarios that you have to take care of, where you have to ensure. Now Ratan, you can remove your hand, okay? I guess you're covering it and giving us trouble. So it's fine. So now a student, many a time they may reply to your warning, they may do as you ask them to do, or they may not listen to you. In that case, what you are going to do is, if he or she has covered the camera for a longer time, you are going to take this ID, the candidate ID, and we have a specific proctor group created for these kind of drives, where we share the ID of the student, and our support team calls them and asks them to maintain the decorum of the class, of the examination. But those are very, I would say very limited scenarios or very exceptional scenario, because if I had to always arrange a call, what is the use of the proctors? Okay, so the proctor should have a control over their class in such a manner that no student, even if he or she is indulging in any malpractice, he or she again gets back into its route and just behaves in the class. So it is how you are using, the power of communication comes there. The kind of words that you are using, the kind of language, because see, I am a proctor, a student doesn't know whether I am 40-year-old or 30-year-old. Okay, but I am a professional. I will not break my professional lines, and I will ensure that I give the students the complete guidance that they may require. Okay, so this is what has to be done. So now if a student, there are many things that may come, and how it has to be done is like a student will also write to you in the chat box that there is some issue in the question. The question is incomplete. The question was supposed to have a data, supporting data, but it is not showing that data. What am I supposed to do? So as proctors, you do not know. One more thing I want to show you. So when I am going to the live, you can see the live of the student, and another thing that you can see is you can also see their test screen. This is the test screen, what he or she is attempting. Okay, so this test screen is blurry. You will not be able to read it. There is a reason, because many times the students are being proctored by their own faculties. So we don't want the faculties to help the students, to extend help of any kind in any question. Okay, so that is the reason, because of security reason, we keep this blurred. So you can even check what a student is referring to. Many a time a student will say that my questions are not visible. So immediately a proctor will go to the desktop view and check whether the student is saying right or wrong. As you can see, everything is visible. All the parts are available, visible. Because that's the reason I wanted to show you that test screen, which means this is the one written in green is the instruction, the black is the question. So can you, what's his name? Vamsi, what is the name of the person who is logged in as the student?
Ratan.
Huh?
Ratan.
Ratan, can you present your screen? I want to show them how explain the screen, the student screen, a little bit.
Okay.
So that they will be able to connect what I'm saying.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Ratan.
Wait.
Very good. Great, Ratan. Thank you so much. So, this is the test screen. You can minimize the video of yours, no issues. So now, from the proctor ID, I showed you how the desktop looks. So, it is very easy for you to make out. See, if everything would be present, now there you are going to see green and black lines. See, this is the question panel, the number of questions that are there in the exam. So, there are total 10 questions. As soon the student completes answering and moves to the next question, the previous question becomes green. So it's green, 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 green. Grey means he or she has not started, or maybe they have started but they have not uploaded the answer sheets. The calculator is available there, instructions are there, and also help center is there. This green is a instruction and this is the question text. This is called as a clue text. Scroll down, Ratan.
Okay, ma'am. Scroll down.
Scroll. Hanji, scroll karo. So this, when you will scroll, this is the space where the student can type. So there are two ways of attempting a question paper on Wheebox platform. Either you can type the content here. So and a student may ask you, if I type, would it be auto saved? Do I need to save it? You have to tell, yes, it is auto saved. Do not worry. In the moment you move to the next question, it is auto saved and sent to the server. There's another way. Or when a student will be writing on a plain paper and then they will upload it. So for uploading, as I showed in the afternoon session, they will click on this upload answer sheet using mobile option, and then a QR code will appear. Click on it, Ratan. The QR code will appear. The student will scan it. Many times they will say that it is not loading, it takes time. So proctors, please understand, this loading sign means there is a network issue. Maybe the Wi-Fi is not strong enough for at the student's end. So once this scanner, this QR code appears, the student knows the steps, okay? They know the steps, they know everything. They haven't taken the examination. They will scan it and they will upload the answer sheet. But yet still we will be sharing the steps with you just for, because we are there to help the students. Close it. Now go to view uploaded images. Many a time the students will ask you, where can we check the uploaded images that we have uploaded? How I can check it? Okay, close it. Did you upload anything?
No, madam.
No issues. So a student can check the images from this view uploaded images also. Okay, a student will also ask you, I have not seen whether it has been uploaded successfully or not. First, you have to tell the student through chat box. Whatever I am saying, this interaction is happening through chat box. So you have to tell the student that, okay, you must have got a successful notification on your phone. Alternatively, you can check under view uploaded images, your images would be there. And if a student is not happy with the image of a document, they can delete it and they can re-upload it. Okay, Rathan, you can stop presenting. I will show my screen.
Okay.
So now Rathan has sent he's writing and I will be sending. So these are the standard text which have to be sent according to certain specific time. Okay, so there are certain scenarios which are explained here. The desktop view is an important tool which proctors must use to check the screen of candidates. How they can attempt the paper, they can type in the text box or they can write on a A4 size sheet and they can upload it. Uploaded images can be taken where, checked where, under view uploaded images. What is the meaning of bio break? So in these examinations, we do allow the students to take a bio break. Like for example, if an examination is for a duration of like 3 or 4 hours, then obviously we will allow the student to go for an hour. For an hour, they can go and just relieve themselves and come back to the seat. But when a student will be writing to you, okay, they will be taking your permission. But that doesn't mean that because if you are busy checking the live of other students or proctoring other students, he or she will wait for your permission, yes or no. They will leave obviously after putting in the permission that I am going for bio break. So you have to keep on checking any messages sent by the students, and accordingly you have to monitor if a person is back within 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or because a bio break is allowed only for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 to 3 minutes is something where a person can relieve and come back. Okay, many times the students will say that I am having this difficulty, I have this medical condition, I have to do this. So these are the things where you have to apply your own common sense and you have to give permission or not allow a student. So I have told you about online users, I have told you about the group announcement tag. I have told you about how to check the live feed. I have told you how to check the question paper or the desktop view. I have told you how to verify the candidate credentials. I have told you how the candidate activity log is there. So if the no front face found, how you can check what exactly was clicked. You click on this camera icon and you can see what exactly was clicked by the AI. You can send messages, you can type a message here, you can do that, or you can select from the templates if required. We have a standard text template also, which I will be sharing with you once you have cleared the assessment, where you can, all the scenarios are written and what needs to be sent against it has been written for your benefit, for your, easy usage. So this is how you can check. So as the time of the examination is ending, it is coming to an end, the students will start disappearing from your screen. Okay, so do not get worried, hassled, because many students, few students are fast writers, certain students are slow writers. So we have to see, once they leave, so how can I check what is the status? So if students leave my screen, I'll click on this messenger looking icon, click on the drop down, go to view logs. View logs actually shows you the number of students who have submitted. So it will often show active, inactive or submitted. So if a student has left your screen for a long time, either it will show inactive or submitted. And a student who is present on your dashboard, it will be shown as active. Okay, so do not get worried. At the end of examination, slowly all the students will disappear and a proctor can log out only once the student has, all the students are disappeared and no user taking test, that strip is visible on your desktop. So now for this specific client that I'm talking about, there is another additional thing that is required to be done, which is incident report form. So incident report form is that this client has identified certain incidents that come under the periphery of malpractices. So what are the instructions? This has to be filled. So for one student, you may fill one incident report, or for one student, you may fill multiple reports as well. So it is very important for you to keep an open eye, because if on your screen there are 28 students, I want to see a minimum 28 reports to be there, because at any point I do not see that not all the students will be sitting properly. It is at some point something is going to come. So what are the various incidents that would be faced? So this is the form. The link will be shared with you once you have cleared the assessment and I'm giving you the project. You have to write your name, your actual name. You have to write the proctor ID, the ID that will be given to you against whom we will be mapping the students. Which session? So for this client, we may have forenoon, which is morning 9 to 11:15, afternoon and evening session. So for which session were you proctoring, you have to select that option. Bid scores ID, that means either you can ask the candidate, you don't have to ask it, we usually share the sheet, so you can pick it up from that sheet, the IDs that these many students are supposed to be with us for this examination. So you paste it on one this thing on a you can just select it from there, whichever student against whom you have to fill a this thing incident. Okay, another thing I want to show you also. Okay, number of candidates you are proctoring, that means what is the total number of proctor students who are actually there on your sheet. Okay, at that point how many students were there on your screen. Your candidate bids ID, the ID of the student that needs to be picked from the sheet. Nature of incidents, and now pay attention, these are the nature of incidents that are there. Like face not visible, that means if they have covered the screen or they have put something there, or he or she have placed the laptop in such a manner that you are not able to see the this thing. Okay, maybe they have covered their face like this, or they have putting some hindrance there, or they are bent down and they are writing the paper. Dual monitor or additional screen. So it will be very easy for you to make out, like if a student is looking at another screen and he or she has an external camera. Many students, they do not have an embedded camera, or it has been disabled, because these students are working professionals, so they may have an additional add-on camera which may be kept on the side of the laptop and they may be facing on the other side. So this is also one of the incidents that has to be notified, for which you have to fill the incident report. Someone standing nearby. Obviously it's an examination, you are not supposed to have company. It is something examination which is supposed to be done by any person. Then someone standing nearby. So it's the same, using Bluetooth device, talking with someone, continuously using the phone, referring to other website. How will you get to know about referring to other website? Is if in the desktop view you do not see the test screen, you see some other screen. So that for that also you have to keep your eyes open. Moving away from the camera, inactive for more than 5 minutes. Okay, so you have to select any of the incident, and then you have to check duration of candidate's inactiveness. For how long was the candidate inactive when they were doing this thing? If you have selected the inactive one, for how long? Reason for candidate inactiveness, whether he or she took a bio break or there was a power or internet disruption. One second, guys. Bio break, mode of warning. How you have giving the warning to the student, chat, call, both. Did candidate follow your instruction? Did the candidate stop the behavior once you ask the candidate to do it? How did you warn the student? Did you arrange a call or did you just send a chat message? Did candidate follow your instruction? Yes or no? If yes, how? After how many warnings? So you will get to fill this form once you have gone through actual examination. So you will be able to do that. But please do not wait to fill this form after the examination. It has to be simultaneously filled. While you are proctoring, it has to be filled. Because there is no usage of filling it up, because you have to gather evidence also. You may take screenshots for brutal thing. If they are talking to somebody, someone is present, if the third person is there, you need to make a video with your mobile phones, and that evidence has to be posted here. Okay, that evidence has to be made into a link and it has to be pasted here. And if any action taken by the proctor, like if you pause the exam for a minute or you sent out a warning or something of that sort. So I was also telling you that you can even pause the test of the candidate, but that would be only after informing me in the proctor group that okay, this student is there and he or she is not listening to me and he or she is indulging, and you are also posting the video there. So it is good to even while filling the incident report, you are pasting the link there and also sharing it on the WhatsApp, the link for the other coordinators to check that the student is indulging in any other malpractices. Okay, so this is very important for you to share there, and there I will or my team will guide you whether it has to be whether you can pause the student or not. So this is something which I will be telling you. Any question till now? No. So it's clear. It's clear the whole proctoring thing is available.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm sure a few of you must have done proctoring with me. I'm sure. I don't know whether it's right or not. So are you ready for the assessment?
Yes, ma'am.
It is one of our clients. It's the name of clients. So only for certain clients we are filling this. Incident report. Otherwise, it is just a normal proctoring and sending messages, standard text messages, helping with their queries, and accordingly giving them suggestions. So this is how it has to be done. So if there is no, okay, one more thing. One more thing I want to show you. And this is pertaining to this client only. This is one verification sheet link which I will be sharing with you, which has to be filled. This is actually done for that. You remember the first message of verification that I sent to the students. So what you have to do, you're required to, just add in your proctor ID here and your students whom you are proctoring and the name of the students and the date and which slot it is, forenoon, afternoon or evening slot, and then all done. That means did you match the candidate's photo with the person taking exam? Did you check the name is correct, name displayed, verified? So once it is all done, you will click on all done. So it is the verification that has to be done by the proctor when you are checking the photo of the student which is actually sitting in front of you with the admit card image, and also you have sent the verification ID. Even the students have confirmed that yes, our name is displayed properly. So once it is all done, you are going to write all done. Or if any student is absent, it will be marked as absent like this. You have to mark it as absent. So I will be sharing the link of this sheet with you as well. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So can we have the assessment tomorrow, or you need some time? I will be sharing one document with you, Vamsi. I'll share one document for proctoring where it will be all the screens would be visible so that it can work as a what can I say, notes for them which they can refer to, and then they can be ready for the assessment. So maybe I will give the assessment tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right.
Or anything else, guys? Anything is not clear?
Guys, you ask Kajal whatever you have doubts now.
Madam, well, we'll start the assignment, ma'am, at tomorrow at the time.
I will be opening the assessment for like a day so that you can take it anytime during your day. So it will be an online assessment, a proctored assessment where I will be checking you also while you are taking the examination. So obviously because you will be logging in at different times, so I will be logged in throughout the day. So you can log in and take the examination, and once the results are out, you'll get to know whether you'll be getting the assignment or not.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Any other further questions? I guess, Vamsi, it's good to go. Let's see how the team does in the assessment, and if there a retraining would be required, I'll be doing the same. Okay? All right. Thank you, everyone.